Crossing video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I love you guys so much. You guys are awesome and everything. Just know that you're awesome, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoy the video. If you'd like to subscribe, please do. It would really help me out. You could also donate if you would like to. The links would be in the description of the video. Anyway, thank you for everything. I love you all. God bless. So here we are with Timmy and Tommy, and basically they're telling us that, you know, we need our package of our deserted island, and they're letting us choose our name and our birthday, what island to choose, and how we look too, as you can see in the next few clips. I have it on, you know, a bunch of speed because this would be really an extra long video if I didn't put it on extra speed for you guys. But you know, this is just how the videos are like with Animal Crossing. I chose something to kill time. When they asked me, what would you do if you were on a deserted island? I chose something to kill time because, you know, I know how to get water. I know how to get coconuts and fish and stuff, and, you know, start a fire, obviously. You know, that's what I have to do as an interior designer to this island. Interior and exterior designer. So here in this island, we are meted by our guests. We have Buck, and we also have Sherry. I know I did a previous recording, a live stream. Unfortunately, I didn't save the file when I went to sleep, and I had to restart the game. But for some reason, I got Buck again. So, you know, they're just, you know, right now is talking about how, you know, they need to, you know, get their tents all ready. And that's basically what we're seeing right here is them deciding, you know, about their tents and getting all ready for the beautiful island that we are going to be creating here in the next few months. Also, we have Disney Dreamlight Valley, we have Stardew Valley, we have Coral Island, we have Palia. We have a bunch of games that we're going to get through in this few months of building this channel. So right now Tom Nook is saying who he is, the founder and president of Nook Incorporated. This is our first day on the beautiful, pristine island and our package deal. They say support staff will always be there to support you, of course, Timmy and Tommy. But first things first, they want us to choose our spot for our tents. So the next couple clips are us choosing the tents for you guys. I figured I'd put all the dialogue in just so you guys can see it and really get a hold of what Animal Crossing is about. It really is one of my all-time favorite games. You have Timmy here. Here you go, your very own tent. So I'm gonna look for my tent spot, obviously. I choose to put it in a corner of 3 conjoining rivers that you'll see. But they're setting up my map right now, and telling me, you know, to come back here when I set up my tent. And, you know, I have to make sure Sherry has her tent established, and Buck, obviously. There you go. There's Sherry. She wants her tent. I choose what Sherry wanted to pick as her spot. So I chose her spot. Buck's, he chose his own spot. I really didn't care. I like that spot that Buck chose. But right now we're looking at Sherry, and she's being a pretty girl right now, and just, you know, conversing with Shanny, my you know, Animal Crossing character. She gave me a tent to pick out a perfect spot for her, and she's gonna go to the plaza. We have Buck here in his spot. I let him choose his own spot because I actually like that spot. I like random spots. I like making something out of nothing. And I think that's my favorite part of Animal Crossing, really, is making something out of absolutely nothing. And it really does make me happy, knowing that I can decorate. Like, when I was little, I used to do exterior, interior, and fashion design, actually, like clothes design. I used to make clothes for my Barbies, and used to draw out dresses that I would like, and you know, drew out interior designs on pads of paper. Now, obviously, we found the suitable spot for Tom Nook, as you can see, that he wanted. And this is Sherry's tent, so I placed Sherry's tent down right here. There you go. You see, isn't that cute? That's a cute little spot for Sherry. I think she'll really enjoy that. So our next stop is, Tom Nook is welcoming us back, and he's gonna ask us to get some, twigs and oranges for the peoples. And then we'll have a party at night. Obviously, you'll see that. A nice campfire. Probably you've seen it a bunch of times. I know I have. I'm deciding that Shantopia will be my last island, actually. So, yeah. So, right now, he's telling me to get some twigs. So, I go out, I get the twigs, I come back, you know, and, you know, make sure you have a great start, so you wouldn't mind talking to me first. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you, Nook, for that. So, so it's obvious I'm, like, a little confused, obviously, when I'm playing it. I don't quite remember. It's been a few days since I've actually played this one. And I'm editing it today. I'm planning on releasing it right away, as soon as it's done exporting and getting all edited, the video. But here I am, picking up some sticks, you know, bring it back to Nook, and, I give him the tree branches, obviously. You know, he looks very happy over that. The tree branches, obviously. Allow me to lighten your load. So he takes the branches, obviously. Yes, that would be plenty for a campfire. You make quick work of that. Thank you, Nook. I know I did. I'm a professional. I'm quite glad that I'll be sharing this desolate island with such a hard worker. Oh. And speaking of surviving on desolate island, our next task is to round up something. While you're collecting branches, I was evaluating the fruit that seems to be abundant here. He wants 6 oranges. Or, no, 6 pears, sorry. Pears. I'm in a pear island, sorry. He wants 6 pears. I've been saying oranges the whole time. But yeah, I mean, he always says they're 100% without a doubt a pear, but it's like, wouldn't you know that? Like, isn't that obvious that that's a... I don't know. So I gave him the pears. I picked them with the branches, obviously, you know, because I knew what was coming up. And then here we are at the nighttime. You know, now everything is okay. Let's get started with the festivities. And look what he does. Boom! The bonfire goes on, and the fire's ablazing. At last, allow me to properly welcome you to your new island. Thank you, Nook. I appreciate that. I love this island, my own Shantopia, to live and prosper forever and ever. I've participated in many ventures and endeavors over the years, but this may be the most exciting. Indeed, it is. The most exciting, my last Animal Crossing island. Helping develop a thriving new community entirely from scratch. And perhaps my skills as an outdoorsman. Oh. Now, we may not have a kind of numbers that I originally envisioned, but that just means we'll have to rise. And I have no doubt that with hard work and perseverance, we'll shape this deserted island into... I suppose we can't call this deserted island anymore, But what should we call it? He gets all excited. I sense a great opportunity. As the first residents of this island, and now the spirit of democracy, we should vote. Majority rules, So take a little time to think, and when everyone is ready, I'll present your idea. And I name it Shantopia. Because I always believe that it's possible to have a utopian society, but it requires everyone to do their due part in being civil. So, alright, is everyone ready? Let's try saying, ready, go, Shantopia, Nookopia. Oh, we got Nook tits. What splendid variety, yes. Each one a potential gem. Now for the voting. I'll say each name in order, and you can clap for the one you think is best. Shanny seems to have the enthusiasm and the naming sensibilities. That's because I'm an interior designer, dear. So, Shanny suggested Shantopia. Yes, I did. Wow, that's an overwhelmingly positive response. Each and every one of you clapped. I suppose if everyone is in agreement, we could just... Okay, sounds great. Absolutely. There you go. Splendid. Then from now on, this island will be known as Shantopia. Since you're proving yourself by naming, I'd like to rely on you for other critical decisions. I hereby name you the resident representative, Shanny. Yay! Could I please say a word or two? I choose, you can count on me, because, you know, I'm reliable. Despite what other people have to say, I tend to be very reliable. Everyone, have a beverage. It's fresh juice made from pears in our residence. And without further ado, a toast to Shantopia. Cheers. Lovely, thank you. Thank you for this. So I talked to Button. He says sitting around the campfire with cups of pear juice, it almost feels like something, I don't know. You saw it, you know, and then partying around the campfire. Wow, now this rocks, cheeky, yes. And then you talk to Tom Nook and he tells you, you know, your ass needs to go to bed. So you go to bed, you take your sleep, you wake up in the morning, everything's brand new and wonderful and gorgeous and spectacular, you know. Got my own campfire, I got my tent, I got like a cot and a radio and a lantern, you know. I'm living it up here, up in this island. Just know that, you know. And then, you know, there's me, and obviously I'm taking out my radio, I'm looking at my lantern, you know, turning that on because it's a little dark. You know, moving my radio over because, you know, it just looks better. And I tend to have be anal retentive when it comes to where I put things like that. Rest my head for a little while. Yes, I'm getting sleepy, very sleepy, the sleepiest of sleeps that can be. And then you dream for some reason of KK Slider. And he just like, so looks like you've decided to make your own way in the world. Get out there, explore new frontiers. Because he's a badass doggy named KK. And that's all the way right, Daddy-O. You don't need to live by anyone's rules but your own. The world was made for exploring, you know. Living free, being out there, it's great. Yeah, but take it from a cat who's been on the road. Bring your lonesome can grind on the soul. You've got to make friends along the way. Ramble in this crazy world of Squaresville without some pals. That's very true, KK. Yeah, man, friends are where it's at. Well, if you have some. Speaking of rambling, I'm doing a bit of that myself. Maybe it's about time you to wake up to your new life. Stop dreaming, bitch. Oh, but listen up. The rap I just gave you about friends, it's pretty key. Is it? I don't know. I'm very hard at making friends. I have mental disorders. You'll dig this island life a whole lot more if you share it with some friends. If that's your scene, well, it's not. Yeah, an island paradise with your best pals sound pretty cool. Cool when you wake up, you'll be in sync with real time. Dig that island life, and I'll catch you later. Alright, buddy. You get on with your own bad self. And there's KK, and you wake up, and Nook is like, get the fuck up, bitch. You can't be lying there all day. You got things to do on this island. So I came out here and decided to give myself a pretty little picture. Because, you know, I'm gorgeous. Why not? You know? Let's see. Do it in different captures. And I got some Shantopia miles. I got some island shutterbug. You know, I decided to go and make my cross that I always make. The cross of the angels. I got a flimsy axe. By the way. Things may not be in order, but that's okay. Got myself a hay bed going. You know, and I'm just making shit and doing shit and taking pictures and making myself all pretty and gorgeous. And, you know, I put my comment to my profile, Peace of Maranatha, because that's how I usually end my videos, is Peace of Maranatha. And then I put photogenic mama, because I just have to remind William he needs to call his mother. You need to call your mother, son. I need you. And then, you know, there's the Nintendo things, and this is actually what happened before, but, you know, it got messed up in the editing process, but that's okay. I'm not going to change it. Fuck it. You know, you're just going to know what happened. Asking me if I ever used a smartphone. No, never, ever, Tom. You know? Never at all. You know? It's your itemized bill, accommodations, labor tax, blah, 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 blah. Like, billing me while I'm fucking doing all the work on the island. Tom Nook is a cheap piece of shit, you know? I've never liked Tom Nook. I think he's got problems, man. All he thinks about is money. He doesn't really think about what's good for people, you know? Tells me I can make 5,000 miles to get a house, so I'm like, okay, word, I'll do that, you know? Talked to Sherry. She was getting good vibe from the tent plot. Saying we gotta look out for each other, you know? And then I think she gives me a present, if I remember. Yes, she gave me a recipe for a leaf umbrella. And, I have plans on doing a live broadcast where I'm showing you a build of, like, all these, like, common items you get from the island. That should be coming up soon. And then I decided to pick up some grass, you know? Clean up the island, shake the trees, make things look clean and wonderful. So that's what you see here. I talked to Buck. Check me out. I'm going to catch the biggest, baddest fish on the island, partner. Are you, Buck? Well, I hope he does. I got an island togetherness. As you can see, it's quite cozy in here. It's funny how cozy doesn't always mean comfortable, No. Let me know if you need advice on how to spend your time on this island or anything else. If you need some advice about basic island materials, you should talk to Timmy. He can help you procure some of the essentials for thriving in our little paradise. You really don't need him. It's pretty simple to gather up everything right now. There's not that much you can gather up. Seashells, branches, fruit, and then, there's the fish and everything. But this is him telling me about the DIY. So I go to Tommy and, sell my pears and my shells that I collected and get some money so I can buy some beautiful goods. Of course, I got the pick of a bunch for selling my fruit, which is, it's neat. You get 300 bells for that, and then the seller of unwanted stuff, also 300 bills. Got that. And then there's the grape harvest basket. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Inspired by festivities in Spain, Italy, France, and Germany. This fun festival sees participants don traditional garb for dancing and large parade to celebrate the grape harvest. Then I got a tie-dye shirt, and I got some oval glasses. Then I got Shop to It. Got 300 points there. What would you like to talk to me about? I'm all ears. And I said the workshop, because why not? And so he's telling us that, we get our own tools and stuff and build shit, blah, 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 all the good stuff of this beautiful island the island goodness of everything, So, welcome to my DIY shop. Oh, I suppose workshop is overselling it a bit. Yeah, it really is. When you see how simple it is to DIY or do it yourself, you'll understand what I mean. The basic idea is to gather materials, follow a recipe, then craft using a workbench, like this one. So today, we'll be constructing a fishing rod using common materials that you can find anywhere, which is 5 branches. Basically, And I found the necessary materials to get my frickin' fishing rod ready. So, I craft my fishing rod, as you can see. And then he concludes it, and then I think he gives me more recipes, which is fire and a net. But he has to put it through my Nook phone, because, we're advanced in the technologies on this island. We got the Elon Musk satellites, so we can, talk to each other. Because that's how things are done in deserted islands and stuff, And speaking of fishing, I am no master of angler, but perhaps I can give you some tips. Oh yeah, sure. Give me some tips how to fish. I don't need your tips, Tom. I'm pretty damn good at it. You get the campfire, and then you get the... I got the, the net, so I can shake the trees and get the bees, and I got a first-time buyer from Nook. Buck's like, yo, I'm pumped about the spot you helped me pick out for my tent. I hope you can keep looking out for each other like this. It's good to have buddies. Oh, right. I've got something here for you, partner. Thanks again for finding a place for my place. And then he gives me a tulip hat, which I like the tulip hat. I'll be honest. It's cute. It's kind of frumpy, but it's cute at the same time. Kind of old lady-ish. But I don't mind it so much. I think it's adorable. Look at that. That's gorgeous. And I took a picture. I'm going through these leaflets. And I tell you guys to subscribe, and it looks like ButtTube, but it's really YouTube. So subscribe to me. I love you. And I get a leaf umbrella. I learned my simple DIY. I got, killed by bees. But I want to show you a trick. As soon as you get hit by bees, you need to talk to one of your villagers so you can get the medicine, which Buck looked, said, ew, and he hands me the medicine. So if you're wondering how you get the medicine recipe, it's just basically getting stung by wasps and getting your eye all putrefied, and then, they're saying ew to your eye, and then they give you the medicine. That's basically the gist of it, But it's nice that they give you the medicine, and with the medicine you need the beehive and 5 weeds. If I'm correct, if I'm correct about it. So I get my medicine, I go make myself all nice and pretty again. Take the medicine, boom, I'm good. So I'm back to hunting, got myself a cricket, which you can get in the fall. Got in trouble with more wasps, but I caught them this time, Got the bastards. And then I'm catching another cricket. It's a different cricket. It's not like, it's a, bell cricket. Yeah, a bell cricket. And then I, got a little common butterfly. Caught that. Caught a tiger striped butterfly. Got myself a cushion from the tree. Got my Nook phone light. Got 300 bells for that. Or miles for that. Then I got Shady Shakedown. Got miles for that one. And then I'm selling my, butterflies to Timmy to get some money. My extra butterflies I caught. Got 480 bells. Ain't that bad. It got me my, DIY for beginners. So I got that, and I also got the, well, right now he's got to transfer the recipe to my phone, but I also got the slingshot recipe. So, as you can see here, the slingshot recipe, there you go. And then I got a Have a Nice DIY. I go to him and show him that I found all these, different bugs, and, he's like, at first, he's like, oh, wow, you got this, and then I know someone who knows creatures, you mind me giving it to him, blah, 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 and then, he calls Blathers, which is an owl, which runs the museum on the Animal Crossing Islands, and you get an app, for the animals. See the Critopedia. It's a terrific resource for aspiring people, yes. Important details about bugs, fish, and sea creatures. I hope you'll continue to fill up your discoveries and share them with me too. I'm sure I'll be able to come with some kind of additional reward, So I give him another creature. Look at this one, yes. Look at my wasp. Take my wasp, please. Yes, you give it to the magnificent creature, to the creator of the museums. Yes, please do. Have you taken advantage of the DIY workbench? Yes, that's great. Yay! I love this. Come to think of it, I've seen you tinkering around a bit over there. Keep up the good work, thanks. That reminds me, I've been meaning to give you more DIYs, so we're getting more DIYs. I think this package includes the birdhouse and the washing bucket. But I basically just give him all my creatures that I've collected. There's the bell cricket. Give it to him. Wouldn't mind sending it for him. You get things each time you give him, a creature. So my reward this time is flowers. I got some red lilies. I love lilies. Lilies are so beautiful. I had a cat named Lily once. She was a gorgeous, beautiful Maine Coon. I hope you keep bringing me new discoveries to examine. It's all part of the island experience, yes. And then we have the other creature that we're put in, which is the common butterfly. Give that to Master Tom Nook. Yes, you do believe it's a common butterfly. Good for you. Yes, send it to him. Alright, so what we get out of this one is I can't think of the word. Oh my god, I'm brain dead. The watering can. You get the watering can. I'm so sorry, guys. It's been a long one for me today. How might you water them, you ask? Well, you just sent the DIY recipe of the watering can. Yes, well, thank you, Tom Nook, for giving me the watering can. I appreciate it, Yes. And then the last bug, which gives you, the tent to put down for Blathers for the museum, which you will see right now. Would you mind if I sent this to the magnificent creature? Yes, bring it. Yes, you take good care of it, Nook. Be a good boys. Hold the phone, someone's calling. Oh my god, who could it be, guys? Blathers, is that you? Oh, what splendid timing. Yes, do you remember the venture we discussed? Well, it's come to fruition. I'm currently stationed on an island that we decided to call Shantopia. Yes, yes, the local fauna are the abundant as expected, just as I told you. How many precisely, you ask? Well, there's no way of knowing just yet. But I have reached, let's see, 5 outstanding specimens. What? Seriously? Well, that is very exciting. Well, that is very exciting. Oh, but you'll have to excuse me, I'm with a customer right now. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. That was my friend Blathers, the one who curates the museum. Believe it or not, he's going to come to our island to help us identify and preserve fossils and shit. I could use your help, Shanny, since you've done so much scouting. The collecting already would be able to find Blathers. We need a good-sized space to ready and build, so you gotta build the museum to make it beautiful, to make it prosperous, and this is the place I chose to put the museum down. Right here. I don't have to kill any trees. It was like a perfect spot for him, honestly. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, this is a Blather spot, definitely. Because it was just so big and... perfect place. I take it you found a suitable spot for Blathers to set up? I did. It's perfect. Like I said, it's perfect. I knew I could count on you, thank you. I'll let Blathers know that he can move in as soon as possible. In any case, you just got here, so I'd hate to... Okay. Whatever he said. Obviously, I was pressing the buttons a little too fast to... say the dialogue, but that's okay. I don't need to say the dialogue, because most likely if you're watching this, you can read. You know, how do you navigate YouTube if you can't read? So, you got the exterior decorator right here. I'm just looking at what kind of things I could get. Just checking it out. I come out, and I start going through my stuff and checking everything I have, because I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do with everything right now. You know, place a cardboard box down. Right now, I'm planning on placing a bunch of gadgets and gadgets and down on my land right now, because we're going to have a build in our next video. And that's what will be shown to you guys, is that. So I'm just placing this all out to show everyone all the stuff that I could possibly decorate with, try to figure out how to do it. Got some trash tools, got some more miles, you know, I'm at 5,000, so I hit my goal on getting my house done. You know, aggressive problem solver. Story of my life, bro. Very well, you owe 5,000 miles, so I, you know, get my miles for my house, put it in, take the moving fees and stuff, you know. It could be better. You know, my tent could be better. I didn't say that, though. I said it was great. See, he wants a utopia, so Shantopia is the correct name for this island. Now, there are certain challenges to build fabulous homes in remote locations such as this. Challenges that do translate directly into costs, I'm afraid. Yeah, I know, but with zero interest financing and an extremely tax repayment plan, anything is possible. So, Shanny, if you ever find yourself interested in new homes, do come see me. Oh, and one more thing to share. We can have a miles redemption service for the Nook miles you've collected. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. A lot. You know, he's a cheapskate, but at least I'm getting my house. There's always to look at that. When you access the Nook shop, yes, you'll be able to check it out. Hope you continue to enjoy your getaway package. I got some moving fees paid. Got 500 Nook miles for that. Oh, Shanny, have you made a decision about home ownership? Yes, give me my home. Give me my pink roofed home. I need it. I need it so much. 98,000 bells, so that's quite a bit of few fishing things to have. So we'll be doing that in the next stream. Getting that all put together for you guys. You know, I'm choosing my pink roof, of course, because, you know, I love pink. So, one more thing. Oh, more thing. Homeowners get an automatic Nook mileage program upgrade. Oh, sweetness. Just give me one moment. Okay. Oh, what's the moment? Okay, he's doing it. Alright. Yes, there we go. I've updated your program membership details. Thank you. Now when you see the Nook Miles app, you have access to all the Nook Mile benefits. Nook Miles include a nifty way to earn additional rewards. You'll see the details when you launch the app, so please give it a look when you can. Well, thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. That is all from me. All right, Nook. Well, you have a wonderful, beautiful day, you know? Yes, my home will be ready by tomorrow. I'm excited. So, I bought some white lily bags after talking to Nook. And I got some white mum bags. Because those are cute. You know. Just loving the flowers always. Because flowers are gorgeous and beautiful. Yes, thank you for the 1200. Anything else you're looking for? Yes. I get the yellow cosmos. Because, you know, we gotta make our garden. Like, how could you not have a garden in Animal Crossing, you know? And then, did I buy anything else? I don't think I did. No, I didn't. Thank you. Please do not hesitate to ask me. And then I got the Nook Miles Plus, and it's gonna go bloop on the screen, as you can see. I got the bell ringer. I spent a bunch of bells on the island to revitalize it. Invested shopaholic, Jesus. Oh, I don't think I'm a shopaholic, but okay. And then I go into the kiosks to redeem some Nook Miles. I get the pretty good tools. No, the tool ring. It's essential. I got that. And then I know I got something else. But we'll see in a second. You know, your order has been printed. Thank you. Okay. I see, this totally makes sense. Yes, it does. I learned how to easily switch tools. When I'm outside, I can press the up button. And then I get the custom design pro editor. Because you can design more things like t-shirts, dresses, those like doors with a hole in it. I'm not sure what they're called, but you can stick your head in them. And then I get the custom designs, and it updates. So I can make more stuff and design more stuff. And yes, I'm planning on designing more stuff. So here I am, just collecting all my furniture and whatnot, and I'm just placing it down, just, you know, just basically just putting everything down to get the next live stream put together, so we can put together something really cool for the island, and kind of make it look somewhat normalized. But I'm just looking at the sunset. It's the end of the day. There's a balloon. Of course I'm gonna get the balloon, you know, like, it's a balloon. I see it back there, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready to grab it, you know. I want that balloon. You know, it's my balloon. And what I got out of it is an old-fashioned alarm clock. So I decided to go put it in my tent. So I put my old-fashioned alarm clock in my tent because I figured, hey, I'd rather be woken up by an alarm clock than Nook yelling at me to wake the fuck up like an asshole he is. You know? And then I set the alarm clock down because it's the end of the day, and I decide to go to sleep and rest the rest of the night away. And that is the end, folks, of this Animal Crossing story for today. I'm glad you guys came here and saw the video and appreciated all the hard work I put in for you guys. You guys are wonderful. You're beautiful souls. Stay kind. Remember to stay kind. Remember to love your fellow man. And try to do no harm to anyone. You know, just do something nice for someone. You know, give them a present. Call your mom up. Tell her you love her. Things like that. Nice things. Gorgeous things. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful time. I love you all. Peace and Maranatha.